I'm going to be drawing 2 horses. I love draft horses, and these are 2 draft horses. So I'm going to draw I'm doing it in an ACEO tiny painting format. So it's 2 inches tall by, I'll show you with my ruler. I'll grab my ruler. Where did I stick my ruler? There it is. So 2 inches that way by 3.5 inches that way. So that's the plan, is to do this tiny painting for this ACEO challenge. Oh gosh, I just touched my screen with me doodle. Don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to start. I'm going to draw one of the horses here. There's 2 horses in this picture, and they're going to be super tiny. I don't know that I've painted horses this small ever. So a fun challenge. But these are my favourite breed of horses, so I know their proportions quite well. I've owned a couple over the years. I'll just start by getting their basic sort of shapes in. Then her neck comes out the back there, like that. Now her head and her neck are the same length. So head and neck are the same length. Comes down like that. And she's got what they call a yoke on, because she's a draft horse. I've got to make her head a bit more boxy. They're not usually that. They're much boxier sort of heads. Make her nose a bit longer too, I think. Just a fraction. Just a fraction. I can adjust and change things a little bit. I will erase, if I can find my eraser that I just had here, I will erase just this little bit, the inside. And I'm using Archer's hot press watercolour paper today. I'm just going to rearrange her face a little bit. There we go. Oops, excuse my thing doing its thing. Okay. It comes down here. I'll draw her nostril in there. Mouth goes there. Just going to erase a little bit. Just going to adjust and readjust a little bit as I go. Okay, that's a bit better. A bit happy with that. And then I'll draw the second one. There's a pair of them. Her head's a little bit down. And her ears facing the other way a little bit. She's got her ears back, sort of. And then their heads are the same sort of length, so I'll just measure that quickly. That's sort of about there. So they're about the same length. Like that. Then do, her chin comes down there like that. And then her head and chest, you can see her chest over here. And her chest over here. Like that. Not happy with the shape of her head. I'm just going to change this a little bit. She's sort of looking away a little bit. Like that. Okay. Draw her chin in. And you can see her, the yoke that goes around her neck, which I will draw in. I'll draw their harness on first, because the harness will help to make them look right. So draw her headpiece, her forehead piece, her brow strap, her brow band, they're called. Then going into her cheek piece, like that. She's got blinkers on, or winkers, depends on where you're from in the world, what you call them. We call them blinkers. She's got decoration here coming down onto her face there, going over there. Then it comes down to her mouth, and she's just got a little snaffle bit. Like that. That's comes into a noseband, goes down and around, and that comes down onto her cheek like that. Okay. And she's got a big blaze, which is the marking on her face. It's this beautiful white blaze. Make her neck a bit thicker. And then I'm going to draw her yoke on, which is the bit that goes around her neck. Comes down a bit more than that, and then goes up. Then goes into a decorative bit on her back there, like that. Gets a bit thicker down the bottom here. I'm just going to erase the middle line. Hello, Jeremy, how are you? I'm great, thanks, mate. I am very good. I'm just doing tiny paintings because it's fun and hard and all of those things. I'm just going to do these. She's got decorations along her mane on the back, so I'll draw that in, and then her mane comes down and is nice and long like that. Doing good, just working on art. Nice, good to hear, mate, good to hear. I'm not going to do too much detail. Having said that, I probably will. Excuse me. And then she's got this bit that comes up here. It's a bit of a decoration-y bit. That bit that goes up there. Then there's a bit on her back, like a surf single that goes across here, comes around her tummy. I've got to just make sure that I've got her chest and legs in the right spot. Her shoulder comes back here. And then I've got to draw that bit back. Actually, I'm just going to erase that. How's your life been treating? Good, good, mate. I've been good. I've had a cold, obviously. I've sounded a bit gooey. But apart from that, really good. Been working with my kids and been painting and gardening and getting, like, growing lots of veggies, putting all plants and crops in and stuff. So, been preparing food and getting the crops ready because it's spring here, or autumn here, sorry, so coming into winter. But I've put all my winter stuff in, ready to grow. God, things have been good. Yeah, how's things been with you, mate? How have you been? Excuse me for coughing. Sorry about that. Just got a lingering cough now. Okay, so I've got to draw the chains and things, but I can paint them in at the end. Things been nice down in Aussie. Yeah, it's been lovely. It's been nice and cold. I like the cold weather. Loving cold weather. I hate the heat. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this little horse. So the same, if they've got matching harness. Pretty good. Temperature's starting to rise. I'm not having fun. Yeah, no, I don't do hot weather well. I don't like the hot weather at all. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot too fast for you. Now pop the harness down there like that. Her throat lash comes down here like that. And her chest piece comes around here like that. Oops. And then they've got their braids down their neck, down the top of their mane. I used to do this. This is one of my jobs when I showed the horses, was I used to do these braids. I'd spend hours doing their manes and plaiting them all and intertwining them and plaiting them all in together. It was good fun. Been around 10 during the day so far. 10 Celsius. Oh God. Okay, that's cold. That's cool. That's lovely. I got to about 3 here, 3 Celsius last night, which is lovely. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. We're still getting around 20 during the day Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit either. I think that's in the 70s. I think. I might be wrong. I could very well be very wrong. Okay, and then her leg comes down here. And then there's a leg there. Okay, so that's sort of pretty much. I've got to draw the mane. Her mane comes right down onto her neck. Okay, so that's pretty much. Let's get warm here. Oh, wow, yeah, no, we get up to super hot. So 10 degrees is lovely. 10 degrees, I'm happy. Okay, so now I'm going to do this in gouache. I'm going to get my, I'm just going to blow my nose, excuse me, people. Just got to grab a bit of cloth and. Because I hate sniffling. Okay, there we go. So now I am going to get my small black velvet brush. And I'm going to do the background. I'm going to do a sky blue. Summer temps most get to 20 at the hottest. Oh, wow. Summer is usually around 15 to 18. Wow, that's lovely. That's beautiful. I would love that. You know, that's our winter temperatures. That's our average winter day. That's unreal. So I'm just going to do the background as a blue. And I'm doing this on Archer's hot press watercolour paper. And I'm using gouache, but I'm using it like watercolour. I'm using it very thinly for the background. And I've got my gouache set up in pans like watercolours. So, which I like to do, because I tend to take them everywhere with me. If we go on holidays or we go anywhere, I chuck my gouache in. I've got a bag that I take with me and I chuck these in and then off I go and paint wherever I am. And it's lovely. I'll come up to here. Fair, so I'd only be able to visit, I've got to visit spot. In winter, yes, winter's the best time. Excuse me. Winter is definitely the best time. Because in summer it's too bloody hot. Some of our states got 50 Celsius this year. Some just over 50. So hottest in history on Earth, I think, we had this year. In Australian history anyway, or in recorded history. Possibly in non-recorded history, but too hot to breathe. So I love winter. I'm just doing this wash very gently. I'm just having a quick look. I can see a little bit of sky there behind, a bit there. And I thought, because I've been doing simple drawings with the tiny paintings, but I wanted to see if I could do a detailed one. How the spiders during winter. They tend to disappear about now, which is good. Last month was mad. It was crazy, spidery. They were everywhere. But this month, not so bad. They're very seasonal. Very seasonal. They tend to go underground and stay there in this weather, in the winter. Snakes are hibernating. All our creepy crawlies are hibernating now, which is nice. So yesterday I used a different brand of paper and it wasn't as good. So I thought today I'm going to try my Archer's watercolour paper. So I just cut it into the sizes that I wanted. And this will be for sale on my Etsy, which is linked. I don't know whether I've got it linked here, but I've got it linked on my YouTube. I will link it here. If I haven't got it linked here, I will have it linked afterwards. And this will be $10. Anywhere in the world. $10 plus $4 postage. Anywhere in the world will be this little piece. And I will be mounting it in a, I've got little, what are they called? Got them here, hang on. One touch sleeves, Ultra Pro. Little Ultra Pro sleeves. I'll be mounting it in. So penny sleeves and putting it into a plastic case. So yeah, so these tiny paintings are $10 each. Anywhere in the world. But I will have them listed on my Etsy page. So if you want them, that's where you go. Which is Jen's Wildlife Art. I'll find a link. Have I got the link on here? Hang on. I'm just having a quick look on my screen. It's listed on my YouTube anyway. I'll pop it up later. So now I'm going to let that background dry a fraction. I'm going to work on the horse's neck. Now they're a reddy brown. I'm going to actually use burnt sienna. It's a lovely reddy brown colour. It's actually very close to their colour. Might add a little bit of burnt umber to it. Oh my God, I'm going to sneeze again. I've got all the sneezes. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry people. Oh, no I'm not, hang on. Blow my nose and throw it away. There we go. Get rid of the tickle. Thought I was over it. Okay, so now I'm going to just paint in this reddy brown. It's burnt sienna around her face. I can add, because this is gouache, I can go over, I can actually work light. I can work dark to light. I don't have to work light to dark. I can go over this with white or any light colour that I want, which is awesome. So freeing. He said, guys, he got 50 cents around there. Don't know, searching to have a look. Oh, hang on. I will. Said Aussie got 50 cents for around there. What? I don't know. What have I done? Hang on. I'm going to sneeze again. Pardon me. Goodness gracious. I'll see. Did you find the link? Hang on. Oh my God, I've got the sneezes now. Pardon me. Goodness gracious. I am so sorry. It's embarrassing. I'll just see. I'll go onto my other page. Etsy. Whoops. See if I can find it. Etsy Australia. Etsy. Sign in. Oop. Sign in. Yep, that's me. Sign in. Oh, no. Okay, hang on. It's going to give me a security code. It is... Just bear with me a second. Okay, there I am. So, if I can get a link from it, how do I get a link? Link. How do I get a link? How do I get a link? My profile? Nope. Trying to figure out how to get a link. Credit balance. Nope. Account settings. Here we go. Public violation. Oh no, I don't have that. It's research. Orders, listings, settings. How the? Oh, hang on. How do I? Privacy, credit cards. Nope. Help. I can't figure out how to do it. Searching for the hottest tempting history. Oh. Search visibility. Your listings. Some of this. Yep. Okay. Your shop. Yes. How do I do it? Dashboard. Listings. Come up as my B came up as $5. How do I share my link? My goodness, it's rocket science. Anyone help? Hang on. Whoops. Shop manager. Dashboard. I want to share my link. Fruit Loops. How do I messages? Orders. Search visibility. Sorry guys. Customer service. Policy. Settings. I can't figure it out. That's odd. Oops. I could possibly copy and paste it, but nope. Go back. Okay. There it is. Hang on. Copy. Open link. Save link. Copy link. There we go. So now I'll stick it in chat, and then you should be able to access it with a bit of luck. Peeps. Now, how do I do that? Hang on. Oh gosh. Twitch. There we go. Paste. There we go. I think. Did that work? How do I get my brush to behave so well? It's a good quality brush. You do get what you pay for. It's a lovely quality brush. It's a silver black velvet, and they are expensive in Australia. I don't know what they're worth overseas, but worth every penny. Like for a set of 4, we pay about $200. But I've had these for years, and they hold a beautiful point, and they are just super duper brushes. Really good, really nice quality. So highly recommend silver black velvet if you can get them cheaply wherever you are. I have travel brushes that are just Fumi off Amazon for travelling, and they're fine. But these ones hold the perfect point. And they hold just enough water. Excuse me, I was going to blow my nose again. Not on that piece of paper. I've lost my paper. No, there we go. Hang on. Oh, got it. Goodness gracious. Sorry, peeps. Okay, grab another fresh bit for my hand. How did you get a quick Google search on a website? £29. That's about $50 Australian, yet. Oh, actually, no, the pound is 3 times Australian dollar. So $30 is $90 Australian for a set of 4. Well, here it's 200. I've looked them up. For a 2, a 4, a 6, and 8, they're the ones I use mainly. I'd get 3 rounds and 1 flat. I get a large flat and 3 little rounds, 3 small rounds. Super handy. Super handy sizes. This one's a 4, and it's the one I use the most for the small stuff. You can see it's got a beautiful fine point. Is my thing thinking? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, it's working. I had to check my camera, then shit, did my camera turn off? That was 1 or 2 bunch brushes. Oh, okay, yep. So they are a little bit cheaper over there. Just a little. So I start with, I'm just going to do this in layers. Yeah, after this stream, I'll pop my Etsy link in my description, because these will be for sale this afternoon. And 10 Australian dollars, that's probably 3 American. 3 English and 2 American. Plus delivery, plus postage. Okay, that's what I love about these little paintings, is they're affordable. And people can have them, and you can display them or get a series of them. I might do an animal series. I might do a horse series, I don't know. I've just started doing flowers and stuff. I'm really enjoying doing flowers and florals. And on a tiny scale like this, it makes it less stressful. Because when you're new to something, the bigger it is, the more, to me, it's more intimidating. Smaller is not intimidating. Set of 3 is £66. Okay, so £66 is $180. That's about right. Yep. We pay a couple $100 for a set of 4. So that actually works. Yeah, that's about, sounds right. Sounds right. But they're great, but they last years. I've had this one for years, like 5 years. They last forever. If you take care of them, you clean them when you use them. You don't leave them sitting in the water bucket. Because I have broken a couple by leaving them in. I've damaged the ferrule. So, yeah. So it's best if you take good care of them. They will last you for years. I've got some brushes that I've had for 30 plus years. And they're still as good as the day I bought them. But they're a different, they're a different kind of brush. They're watercolour, but they're, what do you call it? You can't even get them anymore. They don't make them anymore. But yeah, they're 30 years old. I don't use them anymore. They're like a collectible now. And these ones are so much easier. These ones are synthetic. Those ones were made out of animal hair, which I don't like. So I can use the partial synthetics. And you still get the same effect. Hello, Michael. How are you? How are you, mate? So I'm just doing tiny painting of 2 Clydesdales in harness. Just going to blend it a little bit. Just going to blend that out, and I'm doing gouache today, so I'm loving gouache. Absolutely fallen in love with the medium. I've joined a couple of gouache groups here in Australia, which is fun. Okay. And I think I figured out my camera focus as well. I had nothing but trouble with my camera focus for so long on my Canon, my Handycam, and I think I figured it out. I hope because it was zooming and auto-focusing and doing really strange things to me. So now I think I've got it sorted. So it actually looks like it's focused today. Yay, I figured it out. Go technology. And how have you been, mate? We're thinking of starting my own stream, but now I have an excuse not to. Ah, do it, Michael, do it. You're mad if you don't. Because you stream on Twitch and YouTube, so then I can raid you. Do it. All right. And I've been a bit erratic with my streaming lately. Life's been busy. So I haven't had a chance. Been just making a few when I get a spare few minutes. I've been filming my art as I'm doing it. But so I haven't got a lot of streams in lately. But I thought today the fam's out, so I've got the house to myself. Hey Trip, how you going, mate? Hey bud. Beautiful photos on your Insta. Gorgeous spot, wherever that was. Absolutely beautiful, mate. Now, I've got, see the shape on her nose. I've painted over her nose a little bit. I am going to now do their manes in. I'm going to add like a browny grey. So I'm going to add brown and a bit of, I literally use all the same mixes as I do in my watercolour. Burnt umber, ultramarine blue makes my grey for the mane. And I might add, yeah, that's my grey. And that's their manes. And I'm trying this, I'm finding too, doing the tiny paintings, I am able to get more, what's up? I'm finding I'm really enjoying trying to get more detail. And I can get away with one brush on this, I think. And they've got the most beautiful harness on. Lovely colours. So I'm just blocking that in for the second. It's quite a watery wash. So yes, this is for the ACEO paintings. So these will be for sale on my Etsy as of this afternoon. I'll send them anywhere in the world. $10 Australian a piece. They're 2 inches by 3.5 inches because they're affordable to send as well, which is nice for a change. And I'll put them in a little plastic safety pack. Stick them in a card and off they go. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a fraction because that's quite watery. I'm actually going to get my white here. I'm going to fix up the shape of her face. I've messed up her face just a little. Oh gosh, I can't, the white doesn't, I'm not holding it on the brush enough. There we go. Need to get that shape back. There we go. I'd lost the shape of her face a little. The background, got it back. Okay, so now the harness is dark, but it has got gold. Oh, and I've got a gold gouache. I'm excited. I have a gold gouache. How's it dried? So I need to test that. I haven't even tested it. Ooh, oh, the gold gouache is nice. Okay, so the harness is black, so I'll use indigo. I won't use black. I don't have black. I'll use indigo. And I'm going to start. I actually had this exact harness for my horses when I had horses. And I loved it. It had the gold braid on it. Okay, just very carefully popping in. This is so tiny. Lucky I got new glasses, hey, because I wouldn't be able to see this with my old glasses. What kind of horses? These are Clydesdales. These are Clydes. I've had quite a few of these over my lifetime. So I used to show them and ride them and harness, drive them and do all that kind of stuff when I was younger. Back in the day. So I know these horses very well. They're very smart. They're like a cattle dog. They're thinking horses. And I had one and she used to guard me. She was like a guard dog. She was amazing. She would chase people out of the paddock. If she didn't know them, she'd chase them out of off the farm. Can you help me decide what to paint my pickup with arms and hands instead of wheels? Hey? Or a motorcycle. Oh, a pickup. See, we call them utes. I'm like, what's a pickup? Okay, pickup's a ute. And hands instead of wheels. Hey, what? Pickup with arms and hands instead of wheels. Oh, my God. Or a motorcycle with legs and feet instead of wheels. Oh, my God, that reminds me. My dad used to do cartoons and he used to do machines and they were just all arms and legs throwing stuff everywhere and it was so funny. If I can find it, I've got it. I know where it is. It's in my wardrobe. But, and my dad, and he did this giant, thank you for following. Thank you for the follow. But he did a giant machine and it was just mad. There was arms and legs just sticking out in all directions and chains and ropes. And but I think, I do the motorcycle sounds with legs and feet sounds like a ton of fun. Definitely the motorbike. Because that sounds like a ton of fun. And that took me back to when I was a kid and my dad used to do the drawings. And he did a painting of all, like the alphabet was just people in all different positions. So he'd do an A was a person bent a certain way and he did the whole alphabet like that. And one of our prime ministers back in the day, like back in the 70s, every year my dad would hand draw his Christmas cards for him. And so he would design a mad design and he'd just hand draw it and he'd do all his Christmas cards for him. And it was so cool. I'll hunt them out. One day and I'll put them on stream. I've got some of his originals. My dad was a crazy man. I take after him. I definitely take after my dad. It's hilarious. Me and my brother both take after my dad. My brother's very musical though. He's mad though, like me. And my dad. Motorcycle it is. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So this is just the base layer. I'm determined to get more detail in. And again, I'm starting with the blue, cut around the edges. I can add. They've got quite boxy noses, quite square muzzles. Yeah, I had a few of these. I had Bonnie, who was a brown one like this. I had Icy, who was a grey. I had Butler, who was a grey. Who else? Granny, who was one like this. I've had quite a few over the years. And now at the moment I've got Willow, who's one of these. But she's retired. She's in her 20s. So she's just a paddock ornament now. She just lives on the farm out the back. Her and my quarter horse live together out in the paddock. And they're both retired and quite happy about it, I might add. My Denny bear. I'll come down and around here. Just going to fill this in. And again, like I said, this is the first layer. I'll add detail over the top. I'm just blocking in with this indigo. Whoops, it is. It's quite fun. Have you tried the Mr. Car Cat? I'm new to watercolour. Do you know what channels would have step-by-step help? I follow Erin Bum Paints. Oh, okay, cool. Erin is amazing. Who else do I watch that does watercolour? I can definitely suggest some YouTube channels. Hang on, I'm just going to go to my YouTube channels. I'll type their names in. Michael, Watercolours with Michael, who is in my chat. You want to see? And okay, hang on. I'm just going to copy and paste. Hang on. How do I? Hang on. Shout out Watercolours with Michael. Hang on. I was so excited. Then I went for the wrong bloody keyboard. Beautiful artist, watercolourist. Watercolours. Is he going to come up in my chat? Where are you? Watercolour. And he's. What have I done? It's What have I done? That one, watercolour. Oh, because you spell watercolour different to me. Colour Michael. So he's one. Whoops. Definitely Michael. Yep. So that one. And he's literally in the chat. Watercolour Michael. Why did it not do it didn't do an alert thing for me? Who else? I'm just having a look. That Michael Guy's terrible. Oh, I was about to slap you, Michael, for saying that. Then I realised it was you, so I won't slap you. Oh, excuse me. I just got an icky nose. I'm just going to have a quick look. Because honestly, who else? Let's go to my favourite streamers. Oh, my God. At the moment, another amazing artist. I was just chatting with her this morning. Hang on, I've gone completely blank. I do that. I get all excited and I go blank. She's on my Instagram. That's right, Instagram. And she's doing what I'm doing. She does all mediums. Oh, don't do me. I don't want to look at me. Oh, I don't want to look at me. No. Where's my... Just bear with me, people. Sorry. Ah! Pressed all the wrong buttons. Hang on. Oh, Sandrine's Gallery. Hang on. So Sandrine. She's amazing. So I'll type that in. So Sandrine's Gallery. Who else? Having a look. I totally understand. My name is Vonda. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome, Vonda. I have got the memory of a blade of grass. I'd say fish, but my fish is smart. And they've got great memories. Oh, no, I'm pressing all the things. Yeah, my fish have great memories. So, yeah, I've got the memory of a blade of grass. I'm actually just looking up my art. My art follows. I've got, so I look at so much. I've got homesteading, backyards, camping. Where's art? Hang on, we'll just go watercolours. Let's have a look and see who pops up and if I know them. Watercolours. I do step by steps. Who else? Emma Jane Lefebvre. Emma Jane, hang on, so Emma, I follow her, Emma Jane, and she's really lovely, really gentle girl, and she's a beautiful artist. Lefebvre. How on earth do I spell that? Lefebvre, it's just Canadian. Emma Jane Lefebvre. Okay, so if you copy and paste those into your thingy, they should come up. And you're actually sitting here with one of the best ones, Mr. Michael, who is... Oh, and Emily Olsen as well. Hang on, and Emily Olsen. Okay, there we go. But that is who I would recommend. And Michael, obviously. Michael's at the top of my list. Okay. So, I'm now going to go back in. And I've just really gotten into gouache at the moment. Absolutely loving it. And if you want fun, like real, like she does reviews and things, and she's just fun as Chloe Rose Art. Oh my goodness, she makes me laugh. She's not really a tutorial channel, but she's a fun channel. And I watch her for comedy relief. Chloe Rose. She's amazing. Very funny girl. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this down. So yeah, all those people are listed. I would follow each and every one of them. That reminds me I have to clean my gouache somehow. I got a little mud on mine. Mate, mine's all mud. Don't worry about it. Mine's all mud. Because I take it camping with me, and of course I drop it, so it flips upside down. I've got these pallets. These little travel pallets full with gouache. And my yellow is now green. Because that's how I roll. Thank you, Border Cars, Michael, was my time zone. Yeah, because you guys are on the other side of the world. Because it's now, what is it here? It's 11:30 in the morning here. On Sunday morning. I had to think then what day it was. So I had no idea then for a moment. Got to do her legs a bit closer together. And I do want to start to get a bit of light happening. I've got to practice my lights and darks and my shadows, because these guys are so rich in their colouring. Might even add some reds onto her at the end, because that's what I love about the gouache too. Because I don't know whether you've ever tried gouache, Mr. Cat. Oh, you're ahead of us here in the USA. Yes, we're a day ahead. We're tomorrow. I could give you yesterday's Tats Lotto tickets. 7:34 p.m. Wow. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go in with reds now. It's my birthday where you are, but not quite my birthday where I am. Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow. I think that's weird. Happy birthday for not now, but happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. There you go. You're my best singing voice. Maybe not, but I tried. It's the thought that counts, hey? So I'm actually going to go. I'm just looking at my reds. They look very different. I've got my little colour charts here. They do look very different. I'm going to go scarlet red on this horse here. Oh, that's a bit too orange maybe. Maybe I will go crimson. Hang on. Let's have a look. Oh, my crimson's set. That's weird. Okay. So, and some colours react differently to others. And I haven't used... I'm going to go the dark. There we go. I'm going to go purpley colour. Fantastic. Thank you. Yes, it's my voice is not the greatest, but that's okay. It's a thought that counts. So I'm adding some crimson just for the bit of warmth. And and that's the beauty of painting, is you can pretty much just, as long as you get your tonal values right, you can use any colour. But I didn't want it, like the crimson's better than the red, because the red looked a bit too intense. My dog's jumping up on my lap. Hello, Pippi. Hello, Pippi Puppy. Just going to strengthen this up. Been such a good puppy. Uh-oh. She's about to start barking at me. Hang on. I've just got to get her treat. And there we go. And you'll be quiet now. Good girl. Okay. Because Pippi loves to bark at me when I'm streaming. Okay, I am adding a little bit of that red. And I'll blend that out. And the gouache you can blend. You've just got to be careful, because you can turn it to mud, because it does reblend with the bottom layers. It never sets permanently. That's the thing with gouache. It never quite sets. You can always go back. Like I go back in 3 years, pull out a gouache painting and re-wet it. Like they're that. It's 56 is great. Hope you. Oh, we're the same age. Hang on. Shit, how old am I? I need to cut a leg off and count the rings. How old am I? Yes, I'm 56 too. I'm turning 56. What day is it there? It is the 17th. Is it the 17th? No, it's the 19th here. It's the 19th. Here's a funny thing. My wife and I have the same birthday. Oh, that's clever. Well, happy birthday to your wife as well. Happy birthday to Michael's wife. Happy birthday to Michael's wife. Happy birthday, dear Michael's wife. Happy birthday, dear Michael's wife. 1970, baby. Yeah, go the 70s. Go the 70s. Okay, I'm going to make a grey. The 80s were the best though. The 80s were so much fun. So I'm just going to add a bit of grey. I don't like that. I liked it. That's a Payne's grey. I'm going to add a bit of blue to it. Grey just looks flat. It needs blue. So I'm going to add the blue in. Grab my indigo and blue and just darken up. Get a bit of main texture in. It's nice getting older, though. I have to say, I enjoy. It's an honour to get older. Some people are worried about their age. I'm like, mate, it's a real. You know what? You've lived your best life. You've done all the things you want to do. Hopefully, you can have grandbabies and children. Your life's set. Being older is great because you've done all the hard stuff, and you can just sit back and enjoy it when you're older. That's how I look at it. Now I've got to add a little bit more. And I've got a grandson now, which is just absolutely bloody awesome. So I've been out playing with him this morning. I was in 7th grade. Wow! And I have this thing too. I'll get older, but I'm very immature. I'll never grow up. I'll grow old, but I'll never grow up. Indigo. I'm using indigo for my dark. Indigo and a bit of brown, just to darken it, to strengthen it a fraction. We're in 7th grade, so what's 7th grade? That's, you'd be about 12 years old. Okay. So, oh, I forgot the harness on that one. I've got to go back in. I'm going to go back into my indigo, add a bit more burnt umber because I want it a bit stronger. Pardon me. And I've got to finish off this harness here. And see, I've got that darker, but I've deliberately got that darker. I'm trying to get lights and darks. And I've learnt that when I'm working this little, smooth paper is easier. So I've got my hot press, my Archer's hot press. It is much smoother than the paper I was using that was supposed to be hot press yesterday. I just had a bird crash land in my backyard. Landed, ran and fell on its face or its beak and got up. The only advice I can give you is keep your body in shape. It will really help you later. I just had back surgery. Oh, because of a mass on my spine. It wasn't cancer. I couldn't walk anymore. Now I'm learning to walk all over again. Oh, good on you, mate. That's good. Well, great that you're learning to walk again. But that's hard. But swimming is awesome if you're incapacitated. If you can't wait there for a while. Swimming if you can. Don't know whether you can whether you've had an operation, but that's great, mate. You're doing well. It's so hard. I mean, I'm on a farm. I'm pretty active. I don't exercise as per se exercise, like getting on a treadmill and stuff. But I go around and I pick up the manure, and I'm out doing the garden, and I'm out doing the veggies, and I'm always walking around doing something. Like this morning, I've walked outside. My husband's whippersnipped. What do you call that? Weed whacked. And I've got to get out there on the mower. So I've got about 2 acres to mow. So I've got 20 acres to pick up poop on, and about 2 acres to mow, and about 1 acre to weed. So that's my exercise. A bird, and it had engine trouble. Yes, it did. That's the second time, you know. It was so funny because the other day we went for a drive, and there was a cockatoo, and it literally fell off its branch and landed on the ground. And it was fine. I got it. We went over to it because I said to Scott, stop. So we pulled up, and I ran over there, and it flew away. But it literally fell off its perch, and I'm like, what the hell? What is going on with these animals? It was so funny. I mean, it wasn't at the time. I felt really bad for the bird, but then it flew away. I'm like, oh, well, you're fine. Oh, good. Okay. Keeping your core muscles will really help. Yes. Definitely. Core muscles are critical to everything. And I found since I've had my grandbaby, I've been picking him up and throwing him all over the place because that's what grandmas do. Just picking him up and bouncing him around, and oh my God, my muscles that I didn't even know I had. Good fun though. But yeah, grandchildren give you core muscles because you pick them up and throw them around everywhere. Having a great old time. I'm a mad nana. Okay. So I've just blocked those in. Now I've got to darken that up. So blue, brown. Exercise hand muscles too. Yes, I've found as I've got older, my hands cramp. My fingers lock. Because I've spent 50 years painting and holding a brush. Probably not how you're supposed to hold a little brush. But I tend to grip and my fingers have started locking. They don't hurt, but they start locking. I'm a great grandma to 9-month-old little girl. Oh, Congratulations. How cool is it? It's so awesome, isn't it? I absolutely love being a grandma. Love it with every part of my being. It's so fun. And because we're on he's only a baby, but because we're on a farm, I'm so excited to teach him all the farm things, like feeding the animals and taking care of the animals. And my knuckles just ache from arthritis. Oh no, you got arthritis. Pooh, I'm lucky. I haven't had that yet. Not that I know of. I'm pretty sure I'd know about it if I did, but I don't. Yeah, haven't got any chronic pain anywhere. I lock up, but it's not painful. My fingers lock up, but that's it. I feel sorry for artists who get carpal tunnel and things like that. Now I've just got to do, their harness comes down here, hangs down there. The little piece that comes under here, between their front legs, so I'll draw that in. All right. I'm finding that if you work on your neck muscles, it will help the whole body. And swimming is amazing for your whole body. It's a whole body workout. And neck and shoulders, because they support everything. Okay, now I'm going to do it. He's got beautiful gold. Walk as much as I can. Yeah, I'm a walker. I can't run. I run like a chicken. And I hurt everything. I sprain both ankles as I'm running. That's me. That's how I roll. I literally will sprain both my ankles. And I love cycling. I was a cyclist. For 20 years I cycled. And I do 30 kilometres a day, which is about 15 miles a day. On the road bike. But it got too dangerous. I kept nearly getting hit by cars. So that was the end of that. I gave that up. Still got me race bike. Me road bike. And I did love it when I did it. So I'm going to mix up some blue and white to make a pale light colour for the shadows on their muzzles. Around their nose. Not too much on weekdays, but on weekends I get 5 to 7 miles a day. Yeah, see, I probably walk. I get me 10,000 steps in every day just by walking around the farm. And because we're growing more now, we've got more crop stuff in. So I'm spending a lot more time out and about. It's going to get more. We're getting more animals, which is exciting. We're going to get some cattle and some sheep. So I'm very excited about having cattle and sheep. We've got chickens. We've got horses, but we're getting cattle and sheep, and I'm so excited. All right. Now I've got to draw these little decorations on the top of her head. Wait, I'm going to go back to art. Why such a small size? I have just been inspired by it actually started. It's great how both of you exercise. I love sheep. Oh my God, I love sheep. Sheep is so beautiful. Because I was watching, I've gone completely blank on the name. One of my gouache artist people that I watch is doing a tiny art challenge. And I started with the tiny art challenge, which was 3 inches by 3 inches, whatever. And then I found, when I was searching around, the ACEO challenge, which is card size, swap card size. And it's apparently trending at the moment. I'm like, I'm doing tiny art anyway, so I'll have a go at the ACEO and I'll start selling it that way because you can smell it. And I've got these little sleeves. You put them in the little sleeves to protect them, little UV protected sleeves. And I can send them anywhere in the world in a card. People can afford them. People can collect them. You can frame them if you want to. So I like it takes, because I was learning how to paint roses and things and flowers, because I've never been very good at those. And I thought it's easier, it's less stressful to work small. And I'm not good at landscapes, so I've been doing landscapes tiny. And it just took the pressure off me. And I've actually fallen in love with it as a way to do art. So yeah, that's how that happened. And I've just stuck with it. So I'm going to try this gold now. I'm excited for this gold. I only got this. I've got a silver as well. But I'm going to use the gold. I haven't used it yet. Pop that. into there and onto her harness there. Pardon me. I don't like landscapes. I never did, but I'm starting to get an appreciation, and we've been going away more into the country. Have I got my book here? Where's my one I've been working in? Hang on. I'll show you a couple of the ones I've been doing. So this is my small, I've been doing, so these are a few of the little landscapes I've been doing when I started the tiny painting one. So I'm sort of trying to teach myself little seascapes, little landscapes. That's a little rose. That was one of the first roses I did. My husband's car when we were camped up the river. Oops, days. So I take these little books with me everywhere I go, and that's what got me into it, because I thought I'm going to start doing stuff and try not to get intimidated. And this one was interesting. I did this one. I did one. That one's watercolour and that one's gouache, to do a comparison to see which one I like better. I did a lion. He's a mixture of watercolour and gouache. More flower practice. What else have I got? Oh, my little ladybug. He was the other day. He's gouache. Zebra is watercolour and gouache, and I managed to smudge him everywhere. My chickens, my little ladies. And what have we got? What else? Oh, my apples. They turned out really good. They're gouache. And I didn't do anything on that side, obviously. But yeah. Daffodils. I'm not really a fan, but they'll do. More roses. Yeah, that's it now. Just keep going. I love my chickies. I'm with Michael. Like Michael Soloviec. Oh no, there's a couple of watercolours with Michael. Hang on. Pop your Michael. Pop your. Oh, you got it. Awesome. I was gonna say, because pop your link in otherwise. Drew, thank you for the sub. I'm gonna do a shout out, but I'm not sure if it'll work. Shout out. Trip 228. Thank you for the sub. Oh no, the alerts are broken. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. I'm sorry. I'll get there one day. So that's what happens when you don't stream and you don't do stuff and everything falls apart on you. Now I'm going to go in with turquoise for the decorations on the horse's necks. They've got all different colours. And if you look at Clydesdales or draft horses, generally they have beautiful decorations on them. And yeah, like I said, I used to do this. This was my job at horse shows, was doing their manes and their tails and braiding them all and putting them into decorations like this. So all these top is little baubles, and then you braid it down like that. I'll just pop those in. Then I can do the gold in between. Excuse my snuffles, it's horrible. Get the gold. The gold doesn't want to re-wet real well, but that's all right. I suppose it's because of what's in it. I'm going to put that gold onto this bar here, like that, and that one there. And then take that. I do have silver. I don't know what I've done with it. I'll find it. But gold's what I'm going for anyway. I'm going to add that around. Whoops. Around. Whoops. No, it doesn't want to do it, does it? Doesn't want to play. Got to get a bit more. This might be one best out of the tube colour. This metallic one. Now there's a whole family of magpies out the back. Oh, golly gosh. Oh, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to blow my nose again, peeps. I'm so sorry. I've just got all the goobies. I hate colds. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this around here. And also, they've got a little bit of trim around the edges, and this is glittery, so it's going to glitter a little bit, which is really lovely. Bit of trim around the eye, the blinkers or winkers, whatever you call them in different countries. We call them blinkers. This stops the horses. Horses see sideways and behind, and so if you put these winkers on, nothing can scare them from behind because the horse can only see sideways and back. So if they put these on, they can't see back. Question: you held back a lot of white, like you would with watercolours in squashes mostly opaque. Would you have painted without leaving the white? Yes, I just literally force of habit. It is just habit. It is literally just habit. I can quite happily just use white, but because I've done so many years of gouache, of watercolour, it's just ingrained. And it doesn't matter. You can still, the white, you know what, even so, the white of the paper is still the whitest white you'll ever get. So I still tend to stick with that technique. Do I use something? No, I don't. I just leave it. As you can use what do they call it? There's a thing you can use like a white, like a gluey stuff that you can put over it and do it. What's it called? And you rub it off. I've gone blank on what it's called. I have some. I've just haven't used it. But like if I was to do grass and I wanted highlights on the grass, I would probably use gouache just to re-get the highlights, to re-get them. If you want really fine white spots, you'd use the stuff you stick on. I forgot what it's called. Masking fluid, that's it. Yeah, I have a tube somewhere. I've just never used it. But it's handy if you want to do really super fine. But I've just got so used to leaving the paper. That I just leave the paper, even though I don't have to with gouache. Because the paper is the brightest white you'll get. Now I'm having a quick look. I'm not real happy with her surcingle. I've got to put the gold on there as well. Yeah, the metallic is definitely a different creature to use. It's fine, but it's different. It's very pretty though. It's quite glossy when you look at it with a different... Got to run in the house, just got to text my mum. Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out, mate, and give your wife a happy birthday from us. And thank you for popping in. Have a lovely night and happy birthday, mate. So that, the reins go over that. So I've got to draw the reins. I didn't draw the reins in. I have 6 years of acrylic painting. Cool. I do think. Will do. Thanks for the stream. As always, love watching you paint. Oh, thank you, mate. It's always lovely hanging out with you. Always lovely. You enjoy your evening with your fam. And the reins go over the back there. I'm going to draw them right up to there. Like that. Okay. Now, I've got to put a bit of skin tone. I'm going to go a bit of red and a bit of white for my skin tone. Bit of red, bit of white. Oops, get a bit more water in there. And get that onto their little nostrils. Because they do have a little bit of pink around their noses. Like that. Having a quick look. I'm actually going to go back in. Now I'm going to go in. But now I'm going to use the white. Excuse me, sorry for coughing, peeps. White. And just onto the tops where the sun's reflecting off the metal. And off here. Like that. Just having a quick look. There's little white dots through there. You can only just see them. I've got to draw the buckles on the reins. See, this is the fun. I love these kind of little itty bitty details. And I've used one brush for this whole piece. Just the one. A size 4 silver black velvet. Get a bit of a highlight around the tops. Got to top up my wash palettes too. They're getting low. Now, he also has a bit of white there. Bit of white there. Same on this one. I've got to draw a bit of chain. Now, because they've got chain coming off their harnesses. Like that. And then it comes down from here. Like that. Just using the very tip of my brush to suggest that chain coming down. And I've got to do it on this side as well. Like that. And then that one comes, there's one that comes down. There's a hook here that I've forgotten. Comes down like that. And there's a chain off the front of that. There's a loop there. Get a bit more on my brush. Like that. Having a quick look. And it doesn't have to be exact, it's just got to suggest. Just got to suggest what it's trying to do. Like that. And then the chain joins on there. Like that. Okay. Got to draw. There's a bit of harness that's come along the side there, so clean my brush. Like that. I'm going to pop a bit more of that Ready Brown, my original Ready Brown. Down here I've got to change the shape there a little bit. Like that. I can get a bit of highlight onto the mains as well now. I'm going to add a bit of that red with a bit of white just to lighten it, to get a bit of a highlight. Oops, it is. Blend that out a fraction. I've got to go a bit stronger around the back. Define that a little bit more. Leave the white of the paper as the white of the ears. Having a quick look. And I haven't drawn the eyes. I've got to draw the eyes. Well, can't really see their eyes behind their blinkers. I can suggest the eye there. I'm going to go a bit of a highlight onto the mane. And I reckon I'm pretty happy with that. I reckon I'm pretty happy with that. I'm having another quick look. I'm going to go, as you can see, it's dried back. I've got to get almost pure pigment with no water to get the highlights back on the tops of the chains, like that. And I've got to join in that one to there. And there's a loop hanging down here. I'm just putting the little harnessy touches on now. Okay, I reckon that's pretty good. And I'm going to sign that and I'm going to call that one done, I think. I think. Might go a little bit more strong dark down here because it is in shadow down there. It'll contrast a little bit with the other dark. Strengthen it a fraction. It's my indigo, super dark down the bottom, underneath. Let's strengthen up this rain here. That rain there. And that rain there. All right, I reckon I'm going to call those done. So I'm going to sign that down here, bottom left, JN26. And that will be for sale on my Etsy later today, which is linked in my YouTube, my description. Today's. Get that off. There we go. And I love, I bought this little washi tape because it gives you lovely definition around the edges. There we go. One tiny painting. And I can show you, he's 3.5 inches like that by 2 inches. So I'm going to let him dry, then I'll mount him up and I'll put him up for sale. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was good fun. Thank you for the subs, Trip, and follows, Mr. Cat. And everyone, thank you so much. And Michael, thank you for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have an awesome day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'm going to go and mow some lawns. Yay. So, about 3 acres of a lawn. That sounds like a world of fun. Let's do that. But at least you have given me my art fix for the day. So thank you so much. Have an awesome day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you for the next one. You send real close. I owned them, mate. Yep, I've had a few over the years. I've got one now. An old retired one. She's 20 years old out in the paddock. Her name's Willow. But yeah, I had them forever, for years. I've had 4 or 5 of them and absolutely love them. You know, they're the most beautiful natured animal. They're very strong-willed. They're sort of like, I would describe the Clydesdale as the working dog of the horse breed. Like if you send a working dog, they know their job and they're one owner horse. They love their person. Like I had one that she was like my guard dog. She would not let anyone come near me. And if anyone came into the paddock, she'd run them out, except for me. Me and my daughters were the only people that could get near her. And but she was harness and I rode her everywhere. And I had a Shire. I had a Shire once and his name was Tonka and he was a monster. He was the biggest horse you've ever seen. And he was a big dark brown with the white face and the full white feathers on the feet and everything. And I used to jump on him and ride him down to the supermarket and get me shopping, carry the bags back, ride him home again. That was those, you wouldn't do it now, you get hit by a truck. But back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, yeah, I'd ride my horses to the shops. And I'd take, my father-in-law, they used to drive the horses to the pub. So my father-in-law had Clydesdales. And him and his mates used to drive, there's a few pubs around our area where all the men would just jump in their horses and carts and drive off to the pub. And they'd drink themselves till they had a great time. And then the horses would bring them home. That was 30 years ago as well. But I come from a very country town, very horsey country town. And even now, there's still kids ride their horses to school or their parents will take their horses down to the school and pick them up and they ride them home again. So it's a lovely town and it is lovely. Like they still get the kids riding their horses up and down the roads. But yeah, I love my Clydesdales. They're my favourite breed of all the horses I've ever had in my life. But yes, so thank you. And it has been great fun. And thank you, Kat, for hanging out. And thank you for the follow. And I hope you enjoy. Follow those channels, those watercolour channels. You'll love them all. They're all great and informative in different ways. So I enjoy watching each and every one of them. Yeah, if you go back through the chat, they'll all pop up for you. Yes, and Michael's amazing. And Michael streams on a Wednesday. I think it's Thursday my time, or is it Wednesday my time? If you go to Michael's channel, it lists when he goes live. highly recommend it. Awesome channel. Awesome fella. Beautiful detail in his art. So anyway, thank you so much. Have an awesome day, and I will see you all